Hi there. I'm Gala, your AI guide for today, and I'm teaming up with Jeff to share 5 powerful ways you can use generative AI for content creation. Whether you're crafting stories, designing visuals, or optimizing content, we've got you covered. Jeff, why don't you take it from here?
All right, Kyle, thank you very much for that great introduction. Let's jump right into ChatGPT and start doing this work. First, we're going to start off with a short story. Way to put together a short story. There's a lot more you can do with it, but these are just quick tips. So first is going to be a short story. Second is going to be a script for a YouTube video, okay? So first, let's get into the short story. I'm just going to copy the prompt from my other screen over here. And the prompt says, write a short story about an entrepreneur. Well, let's just put it in here. Go write a short story about an entrepreneur who overcomes failure to build a successful business. Keep the tone inspirational. It's important. You can tell it tone like that, which is very cool. All right, so let's hit run, see what we get. We just got an inspirational story about someone named Ethan Carter. He had always dreamed of building something remarkable. Fresh out of college, he poured every ounce of energy into it. And you can keep on going down through that. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but this is a way to start short stories. There are a lot of ways that you can refine this and tweak it, but this is a really good way to start. Let's go on to scripts. I'm now going to start a new chat because this is a different subject matter. Now, for instance, if I wanted to use this story of Ethan and build out a video script for that, I could do that. I would stay in this exact same chat. But I don't want to. This is going to be something different. The prompt is different. So we're going to open a new chat right here by clicking that. And there we go. Write a 60-second YouTube script introducing 5 productivity tips in a friendly and motivational tone. We've got tone again, right? So you can see that that's important. Let's hit run and see what we get on this one. And as you can see, it's actually talking right to me. Jeff knows me, right? And it shows me being inspirational. Jeff is saying on screen, hey there, feeling stuck or overwhelmed? And then I get into it. It's actually even showing us what we would want to put on the screen. So cut to Jeff writing in a notebook and then use the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Quick wins keep your momentum going. Cut to Jeff doing something. Use these as on-screen titles and then come in with your tip after that. All right, so that's segment 1. Let's get on over to segment 2.
Now that you know how to craft engaging scripts, let's talk about making your content visually appealing. Jeff, take it away.
Yes, indeed. Let's get into visuals now. And as you'll see on the screen right now that we're sharing, I'm going to show you a couple of different tools. We're going to take a look at Discord. We're going to take a look at Midjourney straight from the Midjourney website. Discord is a tool that you can use as a front end for Midjourney. But Midjourney is really starting to step up the game on their website. So a little bit different in the way you use them, but I want you to see both. And I'm also going to show you some ways to write prompts. So let's start off with this. Let's say that you have an idea for an image that you want. You can actually use ChatGPT to write you a prompt for Midjourney. And as I said, we're going to concentrate on Midjourney. There's DALL-E out there. There's Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion, you really have to have developer chops to use. There's a lot to set it up. DALL-E is okay, and it's something that you can use through ChatGPT, but I have found for my work that Midjourney is the best thing to use. All right, so let's take a look at, this is the Midjourney website. When you very first come into it, it's going to open up to Explore, where you can see the work of a lot of other people. And then you're going to have this part called Create, which is where you're going to create your work. Now you can see some of the things that I've been working on lately for some of my projects, but I've also got a prompt in here right now. And it says, create a calming nature scene with mountains and a lake in soft pastel colors. If you click on this guy, it gives you different ways that you can set it up. Here's image size. Square. If you're using Discord, square is always the default. You actually have to tell it portrait or landscape, and you do that via what are called aspect ratios, right? Select this landscape means that it's going to be longer rather than taller, and you've got vertical in here. So in some ways, the website makes it easier for you to work with and not have to know as much about all the different types of code that you can put in, but that's completely up to you. You'll see the aesthetics, stylization, weirdness, variety, more options, fast. That means that I pay for fast time on here. Relaxed is something that you would get just right out of the box, very basic. But because I use it a lot, I like the fast hours. Personalization is something that we don't need to get into right here. But you can see we've got it in standard mode. So that's all behind here. If I click that, I turn that back off. And now I just click here to run this prompt. So let's see what it comes up to. Actually, we're going to move on. We're going to go into IMI prompt because I want to show you this. This is a really cool way to write really specific prompts. And basically what you do is you're going to put your text in here, and then you can use all these different filters. Here's aspect ratio that I talked about just a minute ago. There are repeats. There are stylized, which you saw in there. There's quality. And then you can get into a lot other. You can see eras, you can see textures, mediums, colors, themes, materials. Okay, let's go back to here and see what we got. All right, so now if you click on one here, you actually get a larger view of it. You can scroll down just by using your scroll bar or whatever, and you see on the right-hand side that it's actually highlighting each one as you go through as well. You see that chaos was 50. Your aspect ratio was 4:3. Okay. Stylized was 500 and weird was 700. Now here, I can make changes to it. I can say strong, which means that we're going to go back here and it's going to take that image that I just said strong for, and it's going to make iterations of it. It's going to go through, it's going to use that as the base, but now it's going to do a little bit different versions of it, right? So back over here in IMI prompt, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, and I'll come over here and show you this a little bit more. Use this means that it's going to put that prompt back up, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this prompt and put this into IMI prompt for you. Okay, there we go. And I say add text, and now you see that it goes over here. And when you copy this, it automatically brings in this /image prompt, which is what you have to do in Discord. Everything has to be started with that /prompt and image. When you use the website, you don't have to do that. You just type in what it is that you want. So I'm going to do that here. Let's do aspect ratio to show you. Let's do it as a 16:9 aspect ratio. Okay. If we say quality, let's say, and you can see here, it's, let's say quality is 3. You can see as I keep doing that, it keeps adding it over here. And let's just do one other thing. Let's do it as digital art, and let's say we're going to do it as abstract digital art, and then you can set a weight for it. And I'm going to set a weight of 300. That. Now what I can do is I can use this in Discord. All right, so if I copy this, and if I open up Discord, I can now just paste that entire prompt in Discord. Everything is in there, and I run it. And now Discord is going to run it. So you'll see the difference between those two. So we'll come back to that. Let's keep on moving. As I said a while ago, you can actually use ChatGPT to help you write prompts. So let's do something here. I need a mid-journey prompt. All right, so what I've written in here in ChatGPT is I need a mid-journey prompt that will create an image of an abandoned diner in the middle of the desert. Write that prompt for me. Let's see what it does. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. All right, so let's take this prompt and let's do this in Midjourney on the website. Let's see what we get. We're going to get rid of all this right now. We're going to do a new create, and we're going to put that in there. All right, awesome. Let's run that. Let's see what we get. Won't take very long. It's pretty quick if you buy the fast hours. And again, if this is something that you want to do a lot of, I definitely recommend buying the fast hours and getting that. If you don't need to produce a whole lot, that's cool. Just do it as you do it. But now let's see what that really highly descriptive prompt did for us. All right, so let's see here. Blow it up. That's pretty cool, right? Shows the dunes all built up around it. One with an old car, which is really awesome. I really like the way it does these with old cars. Next one looks like it's, I don't know what it's called there, but it's neat the way they did the sky back there as well. And then here's a close-up with a couple of abandoned cars in there. I'm going to take that exact same prompt and let's show you how to put that type of a prompt into Discord. First, you have to start off with this. You have to start off with imagine, and that's going to give you the prompt. And then we're going to put that in there. And here, because we're not on the Midjourney website, we need to give it an aspect ratio. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to say -AR space 16:9. That's how you create an aspect ratio. It has to have the dash at the very beginning of it. Let's let that run. See what we got here. All right, Discord did a pretty awesome job for us as well. You can see the difference now, right? Between using Midjourney on the web and by using Discord. I still tend to favor Discord, but I am learning to like Midjourney for a bunch of other different reasons. Let's blow these up. So what I do is I just do a regular left click on here. It's going to blow them up a tiny little bit for me, but now it's going to allow me to open them in a browser so that I can see them better. All right, so I'm going to click that, open in browser. Here now, you see that I've got a magnifying glass. I can click on and open it up. So look at the detail that we get here. Pretty awesome. Right? Look at all these different things. Of course, the letters are never going to come out right on billboards and stuff like that unless you tell it specifically in quotes what you want to have on the billboard. It's just going to throw letters in there. It doesn't really know what to put in. But I really like the way these came out. These are really very, very cool. Again, all depends on what you want, on what you need, what your risk tolerance is, and how these will work, and how you need to use the tool to do what you need to get done. So, IMI prompt, just a really quick look at that again. That's just at imiprompt.com, and it's going to take you into the builder. Here is what Midjourney does itself, all the different ways that you can take a look at the things that are already in that gallery, and you can see the exact prompt, and you can try the prompt as well if you want. You can copy all these out. You've got an edit. This new personalize is a way that you can actually feed it a bunch of images that you really like that will create a particular style for you, so that when you're ready to create something new, you can actually say, use this mood board as your reference for this new image that I want to create, which is really cool. Because that way you can create branding more. If you've got a certain look that you need for branding, you can create that by using this mood board. Ways to organize, you can get into chats here in Midjourney. You've got tasks that you can actually set up now, so on and so forth. But I think that will do it for us. You can see now how we use ChatGPT to create something, to create a really good specific prompt for us. You can start off very, very basic as well. Let's do that really quickly, and we're going to do that in Midjourney. I'll show you because I've learned a lot of really crazy things. So let's do an imagine again, right? So I can click that, imagine a scene from a busy city, right? With nothing else, just that. And I'm going to do the AR space, and I'm going to do that a different way. I'm going to do this vertical this time. So I'm going to say 2:3. Let's see what we get here. All right, these look like they're pretty cool too, and they seem to be very detailed. So if we open this one in the browser, boom, brings us back over to here. We could take a look again with our magnifying glass, see which ones we really like. People all over the street, billboards, rainy. There's one that's more like an illustration than a photograph, but all some very cool things. I will show you one more thing that you can do with this. If you like any of these, what you do is you go U1, which means upscale. V means give me versions, kind of like we did when we saw on the website. But if I say up to, for instance, it's now going to upscale this one, and I can save this. I can right click on it, I can save the image, and I can put it anywhere on my computer that I want to put it. So that's it for this one. Let's bang on to the next section. We'll see you over there.
Your visuals are looking great, but how do you make sure they get noticed? Let's see what Jeff has for us on that.
Okay, yes, let's get right into that. As you can see on the screen, I've already pre-started a little bit of the work so that we can get through that first part a little bit faster. But then what we'll do is we will do some tweaking and we'll move some things around and have ChatGPT go back in and refine some things that in this first pass, I found after reading through it, didn't quite fit exactly what it was that we were trying to do. The major thing about SEO, search engine optimization, is that things have to match up. So if you're using keywords, the keywords have to be in the title the right way, and especially up towards the front of the title. It also makes sense that those keywords have to be in the description, okay? So let's take a look at the screen and let's get into what it says here, all right? So I've started off with this prompt: generate 5 SEO optimized YouTube titles for a video on productivity tips using AI, right? So we're going to use YouTube as the example here. And you can see that it gave us 5 really good ones, right? So here are 5 SEO optimized YouTube titles for your video on productivity tips using AI. Boost your productivity with AI. 7 game-changing tools and tips. Pretty cool, right? How to use AI to work smarter, not harder. Productivity hacks. And I like the productivity hacks part of it. Number 3, AI-powered productivity. Top strategies to save time and get more done. Number 4, maximize efficiency with AI. The best productivity tips for 2024. Well, it's behind because we're in 2025, but that's okay. Revolutionize your workflow. AI tools and hacks for ultimate productivity. Let me know if you'd like variations based on a specific angle. But what I've said is, okay, great. I'm saying those are fine. Just to work through this example, I like number 2. What keywords or phrases should we use to rank? Now, by rank, we mean, especially if we're on YouTube, to try to push those up to the top a little bit more, because this is what YouTube looks for. It looks for all this consistency within all of the media that you're producing for it. So it can be a really great video with a lot of really great tips and tricks, but if what you put in your title, in your tags, which are your keywords, and then in your description don't really match what's in your video is not going to get seen very often. Everything needs to coalesce. It all needs to go together. All right, so great. I like number 2. Okay, great choice. For how to use AI to work smarter, not harder, productivity hacks, here are some high-ranking keywords and phrases to help with SEO. So primary keywords, which are high volume and relevant. AI productivity, AI tools for productivity, which is the one I like the best, and we're going to use that in just a minute. AI for time management, work smarter with AI, and productivity hacks. Now, secondary keywords, supportive and niche support, AI-powered workflows. You can read them there. I'll hold that there for just a second. I'm not going to read through all of them because I want to get into long tail keywords here as well. Easier to rank and specific search intent. Now, long tail keywords and keywords and key phrases. Keywords can now be phrases. Instead of just one word where it says, right, keywords are now key phrases also you can use. So keep that in mind when you're doing these. And long tail means that they're a lot more specific, but it also means that you have less competition for ranking for those. So it's important for you to understand long tail keywords. So how to use AI for productivity. Best AI tools to improve efficiency, AI hacks to save time at work, AI software for entrepreneurs, AI tips for remote workers. Now, even though I didn't ask it to do this, it went ahead, maybe because of how long I've been using ChatGPT, it's gone ahead and given a description, which was going to be my next question anyway. So in your video description, use these keywords naturally in the first 2 to 3 sentences, and it gives an example. Discover how AI can help you work smarter, not harder. In this video, we explore the best AI productivity tools and time-saving strategies to maximize efficiency. Whether you're an entrepreneur, freelancer, or busy professional, these AI hacks will help you automate tasks and optimize your workflow. Pretty good, right? And then it's also given us some hashtags, which are also very important. AI productivity, work smarter, AI automation, productivity hacks, time management, and efficiency tips. Would you like help with the video script or the thumbnail text? Now, here's where I'm going to go back in again. Because this title, How to Use AI to Work Smarter, Not Harder, Productivity Hacks, only has one of the primary keywords in it, which is productivity hacks, and it comes towards the end. We need to tweak this just a tiny little bit, all right? So I think what I'm going to do, and let's kind of think through this, let's talk about the long tail keywords. Let's try to rank there more than anything else. And let's say, okay. All right, so what I've typed in now, the next prompt I've typed in is, okay, we don't have any keywords in the title. We do, but I'm going to say we don't. Let's change that to use, and I've picked out one of the long tail keywords. How to use AI for productivity in the title. Let's see what we get. Okay, pretty decent. How to use AI for productivity, work smarter, not harder. I like that. I think we can do that. So what it means now is that we now have things coming together more. We've got this more consistency. Now, what's in the video, if you're doing this, also needs to be consistent with all this as well, okay? So now that we're here, how to use AI for productivity, work smarter, not harder, it says this keeps the engaging hook while integrating the high-ranking keyword AI for productivity, right? So it's pulling two different things together, which is good. Up front, for better search visibility. Let me know if you need help with the description, script, or thumbnail text, and I'm going to say this. All right, so now I'm going to say, yes, great. Now give me the top 5 topics I would need to cover in this video so that my content matches my titles and description. Let's hit go on that, see what we get. Coming up with some great stuff, AI-powered task and time management, and it's also giving us some AI tools in here too, Trello, Notion, Todoist, show how AI assists, automating repetitive workflows with AI, discuss Zapier, Make.com, Microsoft Power Automate, AI for smarter decision-making and research, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Bard, which is now Gemini, so it's still behind just a tiny little bit on that. Let's see what else. AI for content creation and communication, AI for focus and avoiding distractions, which is pretty cool. So additional enhancements for engagement, use AI demos, include actionable takeaways, mention free versus paid AI tools. All great stuff, right? Is this conversation helpful so far? Yes, it is. Absolutely. I will give that a thumbs up. Okay, thanks for your feedback. Cool. All right, so as you can see throughout this chat, we started off broad. We said we were going to start off with titles, which we did. We then got the primary keywords, the secondary keywords, and then the long tail keywords, which, as you know, we pulled out one to use so that we could get a better title. Okay. Here's our revised SEO optimized title, How to Use AI for Productivity, Work Smarter, Not Harder, right? This keeps the engaging hook while integrating the high-ranking keyword AI for productivity. And then, yes, great, now give me the top 5 topics that we need to cover in this video so that my content matches my titles and description. So you can kind of maybe look at this as going backwards, but not really, because this SEO is the major thing you need to hit. It also gives you really great ideas for what to produce content on. You have an idea that you want to do something like this, but by starting with the title, making sure that your SEO is optimized in the title, in the description, and in the keywords or key phrases that you're going to use, now allows you to take a step back first. Make sure that what you're doing is going to fit the market and the niche that you're after, and then you can create the content after that. All right, so let's run through this. AI for focus and avoiding distractions, which is pretty cool to stay focused on this stuff. But I like where we've gone with this. I think this is great for the lesson. So we're done with this one. Let's pop over to the next lesson. All right, Gala, what do we got next?
Your content is now optimized to reach the right audience, but why stop there? Imagine turning that single piece of content into a series of social media posts, a blog article, and even bite-sized videos. Repurposing isn't just efficient, it's the key to expanding your impact. Just going to show you exactly how to make your content work harder for you.
Okay, awesome. Here we go for repurposing content. Super important to understand and to learn all the aspects of this, because one piece of content can do so many things for you. As you can see up on the screen here, I've got a blog post. So we're going to use this in ChatGPT. Now, I've done all this work so that we can make it through this just a little bit faster, help you understand it more. So if we take a look at the post over here, we can see that some things have already been done, right? So what I started off doing is I took a Word document version of that post and I attached it, right? Now, I could also have just copied all of this and put it into the prompt as well. Sometimes it's a little bit more efficient to do it this way, but either way works just fine, okay? So I just wanted to run you through this really quick so you can see all of the content that's been generated here that we're going to go in, right? So marketing plan to create excitement for books and courses. So define your target audience, always first. Create an inspirational message. Develop a multi-channel content strategy, which is what content repurposing is all about. Right? Posts, Instagram, Reels, Stories, YouTube videos, anything. And I'll show you that here, right? Teasers and trailers, personal stories, email marketing, influencer and partner collaborations. Run a launch event, leverage testimonials and case studies, encourage user-generated content, use paid advertising, and analyze and optimize. All right, so if we go back over here to this, we can see that I attached it. And let's show you that really quickly. Just as a side note, let's show you that really quickly. Let's do a new chat. You use this. Attach files, upload from computer, add from Google Drive. You can do it anyway. And then you've got some connected apps that you can use as well. I just did the upload from computer because I had it as a Word doc. All right. So let's go back in here again and get back to this guy. All right, so here we go. Turn this blog post into 3 Instagram captions and tweet ideas. All right, so here we've got it. Marketing plan has been attached here. Turn this blog post into 3 Instagram captions and 2 tweet ideas, and we'll take it from there. So here are 3 Instagram captions and 2 tweet ideas based on your marketing plan for books and courses. Now, one thing I want you to notice about this, and we're going to change it as we go on, it's also given you the context. You wouldn't use this part when you use this for Instagram captions. No matter how you do it, you wouldn't put in hook and value. You wouldn't put in personal story or an engagement. This is just the context that ChatGPT is setting for you, all right? So we've also got some tweet ideas. And I've said, okay, great, but don't give me the context. Just give me what I will post. You can do this either way you want, all right? You can also tell it, don't use emojis, because as you notice, it is adding quite a few emojis in here, but you can say, do this without adding emojis, and it will do that. It will pull all the emojis out for you, all right? So here are the Instagram captions, 1, 2, 3, and all you do is just copy these out, copy the whole thing out, copy it, and use it. All you do, pretty simple. Here's some tweet ideas. Want to future-proof your skills. My books and courses teach baby boomers and educators how to use AI for content creation and financial growth. Keep on going, right? I say, great, give me 3 more tweet ideas, right? AI isn't the future, it's now. And that is the truth, and I hope you're getting it from this video, is AI is now. It's not the future anymore, right? Struggling to create content consistently? Okay, we can help with that. And now I've said, okay, let's create a few Facebook posts, because Facebook is pretty strong for me. I have, my regular personal channel, and then I also have some pages too, as well, some business pages. So click here to learn more, which is where we would include whatever type of a link we want our audience to follow. And that might be a website. That might be something that they can go into and get on our mailing list. So it could be a form for our mailing list where they would get everything. Join me for a free live Q&A, turn your knowledge into income. And now I've said, all right, I really like all this stuff. We're heading in a great direction, but I now want to go into an even different format, and that is YouTube. Now let's work on a video for YouTube. YouTube video structure, AI-powered content creation, touch some title ideas, right? So we did the SEO before, so these can also be SEO optimized. And if you like any of these titles, just make sure that the keyword or key phrases that you use match what's in these titles, because these are all really good titles. Video outline, intro, 0 to 130, step 1. Use AI to brainstorm and organize your ideas. 1:30 to 4 minutes. So it has created an 11-minute video. for us, right? Notes for filming. Use screen recordings to demo AI tools. Show real-life success stories, testimonials, before or after examples. Keep the energy high and make it interactive. Would you like me to help with the script for specific sections? Nah, we're going to cut it off at that. I think we did a decent bit of work here. Repurposing content is very, very powerful. There are a lot of ways to use any content, and you can go backwards. You can actually have ideas for videos first, and you could actually take all this video work that you did and say, okay, now let's repurpose this for some Instagram posts. You can go back and forth. The point is that any type of format you have for content can be exploded out into a lot of different types of format. All right. Hope that helps. Let's jump over to the next lesson.
You've learned how to repurpose your content to reach more people, but none of that matters if you can't capture attention right away. That's where powerful hooks come in. A strong opening can stop the scroll, spark curiosity, and pull your audience in. Jeff is about to show you how to craft hooks that make people want to know more.
Let's get into hooks. First off, what is a hook? A hook is a way to stop someone in their tracks. Now, it's not always easy to do, but it is important to try. A hook is something that's very descriptive of what your content covers and is all about. And so we're now going to use ChatGPT to write us some hooks. So as you can see, back over on the screen, we've already got a prompt in there. Let's start with that. Write 3 bold opening hooks for a video about time management tips. All right, let's run that. See what we get. Should be pretty interesting. Yeah, awesome. What if I told you that just 10 minutes of planning each day could save you hours of wasted time? Great hook. Stick around. I'll show you how to take control of your schedule and make time work for you, right? So what we've done is we've started off with this question, right? What if I could help you do something like this? And now we keep setting that hook a little bit more by saying, okay, then you need to watch this, right? Stick around. I'll show you how to take control of your schedule. Let's look at the second one here. Ever feel like the day slips away before you've accomplished anything important? You're not alone, but with these time management hacks, you'll start working smarter, not harder. Awesome. Some really great hooks here. And number 3, if you constantly feel overwhelmed by your to-do list, it's not because you have too much to do, it's because you don't have the right system, right? So all these things have kind of started off with a pain, right? Because people will do more to avoid pain than they will to gain pleasure. Just a basic tenet of us humans and what it is that we do when we live. So we start off with the pain. We ask, do you have this type of a pain? Okay, here's your problem. I've got a solution for you. If you have this problem, here's the way you can get around that problem. Okay, let's see what else we can do here. I'm going to say I really like number 2. What kind of content could I create to teach this hack? Let's see what we get there. Okay, great. So it's given us some really good stuff for a video, but I want to do a couple of posts. I want to put some things up on Instagram. So let's ask it that next. All right, so this has given us a lot to use for Instagram. What can I create for Instagram posts? And it's given us a lot. It's given us a carousel post, which says a swipe through is great for engagement. Each slide features one simple, actionable tip with a short explanation. Awesome idea. So it's given you all the different slides that you can use there, a call to action at the end. It's given us an Instagram reel, how to stop wasting time and get more done. Opening hook, first 3 seconds. You're not bad at time management. You just need a system that works, right? We saw that earlier. Single image post, the 5-minute morning hack for better time management. Poll or story ideas. Instagram Live, where you could go on and do a 30-minute productivity challenge. Would be very cool. And then it's also giving you some hashtags. All right, so let's scroll back up here to the top. Let's start off again with what we did. Write 3 bold opening hooks for a video about time management tips. All right, now let's do this. We're going to do one more, and this is going to be about how to, let's say we want to write a book on management tips. Let's figure out how to do this. All right. All right, now notice what I did here. Write me 5 hooks that I can use to market a new book on time management. We'll work on the book after we create the hooks that I think are best. Let's see what we get here. All right, so what we see here are, again, it's given us in the exact same format, where it's given us the problem first, challenge, the pain that somebody is experiencing, and then it's saying, hey, we can show you in this book exactly how to fix this. All right, let's read a couple of these. Time is one thing you can't get back, so why waste it? This book reveals the simple but powerful strategies that high achievers use to maximize every minute. Cool stuff. Now it says, because of the way I phrase this, because of the way I've said we'll work on the book after we create the hooks, it now says, which one stands out to you the most, or do you want to mix and match elements? Let's say this. Let's say, let's work with number 5 is the one we're going to do. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I want to see what ChatGPT brings back here, right? So it's not always about getting the absolute best answer right away. It's not always about that. It's about you collaborating with ChatGPT and working through this in a way that feels natural so that you get what you want. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with here. Let's work with number 5. Great choice. What if I could add 10 extra hours to your week? Who wouldn't want that? I want that. I'm sure you do too, right? All right, so time ID is based on the hook. Time unlocked, how to gain 10 extra hours every week without working harder. Great choice. Expand into a compelling book concept, title, and structure. Do any of these resonate with you, or would you like a spin on it? Core premise of the book, most people don't need more time, they need better systems. I'll agree with that. The key is eliminating time-wasting activities, optimizing workflows, and focusing on high-impact tasks, which is what ChatGPT and any other type of generative AI tool that you want to use or like to use can and will do for you if you use it right. Book structure, draft, outline, introduction, the myth of not enough time. I like that. That's pretty cool. Part 1, identifying time traps. Part 2, the smart time formula. Part 3, scaling your time freedom. Next steps. Do you like this outline? Would you like any tweaks before we start drafting? We'll leave it at that. For this, I think that this has been a really good part here with the hooks, and we'll wrap this all up in the next little segment for you. All right, we'll see you there.
And there you have it. 5 powerful ways to use generative AI to create content faster, smarter, and with more impact. Whether you're crafting stories, designing visuals, optimizing titles, repurposing content, or writing attention-grabbing hooks, AI is here to help you work more efficiently. Now, it's your turn. Try out these techniques and see how AI can enhance your creative process. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new upload.